what we're hearing is messaging from both sides, and so we're getting confused. Here's what's actually happening. In 10 days, open enrollment starts for Obamacare, and you have 2 weeks to pick your plan. It's true that these tax credits, these subsidies don't expire until the end of the year, but you have to pick your plan within the next 2 weeks, and you have to know if you can afford your plan, because if they don't extend those tax credits, most Americans' premiums, 20 million Americans' premiums that are on Obamacare are going to go up by double. That's according to the Kaiser Family Foundation, the KFF. And so, yeah, they're not going to expire for 3 months, but you have to be able to choose it now. And so here's what happened, right? This is the Democrats' best issue. They poll the best on it. So I'm assuming somebody goes into President Trump and says, hey, we don't really want to negotiate on this, but the Democrats are going to do really well on it. And this is their best issue. So I'm assuming President Trump said something like, well, let's make it about our best issue, immigration. Let's do illegal immigration. So now we're talking about an issue that impacts 1% of the federal budget, which is the amount that is spent on emergency room care for illegal immigrants. We're talking about something that is 1% of the federal budget for healthcare that's made the entire story. So this is a messaging argument that's happening back and forth that is because the Republicans are really good at it, but not telling the truth, and the Democrats don't know how to fight back.
So, Secretary Gray, what's your response to that? With some of these deadlines approaching, we have heard that argument from some on the left, and also the claims about the falsehoods perhaps being alleged regarding illegal immigrants being covered in these subsidies.
It is very clear that this $1.5 trillion wish list from the Democrats includes $200 billion of free health care for illegal aliens. Go on Speaker Mike Johnson's website.
That's false.
They do a great job. No, it is the truth. Go on his website. And
Speaker Mike Johnson admitted it today.
Let's let him finish, and then we'll
of Schumer's
give you a chance.
With the full text of Schumer's demand that has $200 billion in free health care for illegal aliens. It's very disturbing. The projection from the left as they claim that we're not telling the truth when it is them that is continuing to propagate these falsehoods time and time again.
All right, Madeline, you've got the floor.
Thanks. Sorry, I get a little aggressive about this issue because it really, really bothers me. The truth here, right? The 200 million bajillion dollars that you're talking about, right? What that money is allocated for is for emergency room care, so that Medicare and Medicaid can pay those subsidies to the hospital for giving emergency health care to people who show up to the emergency room that are covered under Medicare and Medicaid. There's a group of people who show up to the hospital that are uninsured. Some of those are illegal immigrants. A portion of that $200 million covers those illegal immigrants. 1% of it does. So we have made an entire big old issue out of something that it impacts 1% of that budget. And it is making me crazy, because actually what's happening is that the premiums for Americans who deserve health care are going to double. And we have been completely distracted successfully by the Republicans because of this messaging.
Right.
I think you really need to read the fine print there. It is not the Medicaid reimbursement is part of it, but it's also Obamacare reimbursement. So I think you need to read the fine print on the $200 billion. And it's 6 aspects that's aggregated to this $200 billion wish list.
Sure.
1.5 trillion total, but $200 billion just for free healthcare for illegal aliens.
Well, this is the heart. This is the central issue that's being debated right now, and neither side bending a knee. Madeline Summerville, Chuck Ray, great to have you both, and thank you for making your case.